So the other day, I was going through my wardrobe and I came across these timeless pieces of clothing that will never go out of style. And it kind of got me thinking, what if those classic pieces were never really your style? Don't get me wrong, I love like that traditional stuff that you're gonna get that it's like buy it once and never have to buy it again. But there are a number of pieces within that kind of realm that I just have had in my closet for so long. I'm not going to wear them. I haven't worn them in a really long time. So it kind of got me thinking, what are some timeless alternatives to these timeless classics? And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to my channel. My name is James. And like anything, take what you want, leave what you don't. I'm not coming at the classic stuff. I'm just trying to find maybe an alternative that you like a little bit better. But let's get into the video. First up is going to be the Oxford cloth button down. And listen, I understand that this is a timeless piece and it's probably blasphemy that I'm even giving alternatives to this, but it has never been something that has been super my style. I always found myself really enjoying like Western shirts. I think Western shirts are a really great option. I just prefer having a little bit more hardware. And when it comes to Oxford cloth, Western shirts and things of that nature, I never wear them to like weddings or wakes or anything like that. If I'm gonna dress that formally, then I'm gonna wear a traditional button up and not even think about that. So when I look at these shirts, I think of them in a casual or like semi-casual way. When it comes to wearing like chinos or just like a light blazer, I want something with a little bit more fun. So I find myself really enjoying a nice Western. If you're looking for a specific Western, I think the Drifter shirt, they do an amazing one in chambray from Buck Mason. And they do a black and a white. So if you are wearing like a suit and you want to wear like a white shirt, that is a great option for you. And I understand that not every single person is going to really enjoy having that extra hardware, and that's fine. Go with an Oxford. Or if you want something that's kind of like an in-between, I feel like we get caught up in all these names for this shirt. There is a safari shirt, there's a utility shirt, as well as like a mechanic shirt. And yes, we can get caught up in the semantics of how the pockets are done and things like that. But for me, like that's a really great option as well because it's still a classic shirt. It's been around for the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 40s. It's always been a thing. And tucking that in with a pair of chinos is an awesome option as well. For me, I have a proper cloth one that I really love. But there's also like, I mean, Ralph Lauren does, I believe, like the utility shirt, which is a really great option. And they do a number of different colors. You can do the chambray again. You can do it in a white. You can do it in a black. If you are looking for another version as well, Crewneck cloth does a really beautiful one as well. Those are shirts to me that I think are a bit more fun than just like your classic Oxford. Don't get me wrong. I have no issues with the Oxfords. It's just not something that resonates with me. And I think these are a little bit more of a fun alternative. Again, another classic piece that is always going to be in style, which is always around. But for me, they are a little boring. And don't get me wrong, I have a pair. I wear them quite often, as you can go from like $80 to all the way up to $1 bajillion, and there's millions of different versions. But for me, I just find them to be a little bit dull, and for my style, I like to have something with a little bit more fun. Paraboot Michael, I think, is a really great option. And yes, that is a little bit of a trendy piece right now, but that piece has been around, or those shoes have been around for, I don't know, like almost 100 years, maybe like 80 years at this point. If you're not looking for something that crazy, Paraboot again does the Chambart. I have a little bit of an off turn of the Chambart. I have the Mirage Mox, but that is again another timeless piece or a timeless derby that is never really going to go out of style. They've been around forever and they are a little bit different. And to me, like a really cool option, if you are looking to go like completely fun, completely crazy, is the Jacques Soliver, I think it's called. And they do the Edward Lug Derby. It's like a one-piece upper and it's like kind of cinched together at the top. To me, this is a super cool shoe. If you are looking for something that is like in the realm of like very much like old school traditional, Alden does a Norwegian split toe, which I think is awesome as well. I am not a huge fan of Alden. They're just something that I don't gravitate personally, but that is a great option for a shoe that literally will last you forever. And again, as it wears in, it's going to look really beautiful. I mean, if you got a Cordovan Norwegian split toe from Alden, like that is a shoe you'll literally have for the rest of your life. It's never going to go out of style. It's super classic. But these ones that I just talked about, I think add a little bit more fun and a little bit more kind of character and allow you to just step out of that traditional kind of look. denim jackets. And honestly, one of my favorite jackets of all time is my Orsler Type 2 jackets. But I do understand that everybody kind of thinks about the Type 1, the Type 2, the Type 3, the rider jacket, all sorts of different stuff. And I think there is a huge opportunity when it comes to playing with texture and just fun of that way. For me, like going into like a Capital Century denim, I think is again another timeless piece, but when you're wearing it, it's going to age well. And Capital, I know, is necessarily not everybody's cup of tea, but that is such a cool piece that I think as you wear it, as it breaks in, yes, it's a little bit more of a relaxed silhouette, is always going to be something that looks absolutely killer. They have the 1, 2, 3, which is like indigo on indigo on indigo, and then they have the number 9, the number 7, and the number 5. All of those are just so cool. And again, it's that classic, I believe it's a Type 1 silhouette, but with a little bit more fun and texture. I think that is a really great way to kind of elevate your already classic style. And then there's like fully Shishiko. So PB&J does a Type 3 in a number of different fully Shishiko pieces. And again, they do a Type 3. It looks so cool. And that is a really cool option as well. But I get it. A traditional like Type 1, Type 2, Type 3 jacket is always going to be a classic piece. But having something with a little bit more twist and a little bit of character, I think is going to bring back so many more compliments, and people are going to ask so many more questions about that, at least in my opinion. Classic chinos. And let's be honest, chinos are chinos and chinos. They come in a million different cuts. Most people, when they talk about building a classic wardrobe, talk about khaki chinos. And I've had a pair of khaki chinos. I had a pair of Buzz Ricks in the 1950s or 1940s. That to me is way too preppy, and it reminds me of like being in private school. So I don't mess with those. I think a really great alternative to them is just OG 107s. Green is a fashion neutral that goes with so many different things. So OG 107s, Baker's pants, I think those are really great options. Obviously, you can go with pleated pants, you can go with flat front pants, but for me, if you're building a one-piece wardrobe and you need something that's gonna go with a bunch of stuff, like OG 107s or Baker's pants are really a hard beat, at least in my opinion. If you're not into those at all and you want something that has a little bit more kind of fun to it too, I love a belted trouser, and there are so many different types of belted trousers. You can get one that has the belt removed, or you can go with like a nice pair of Gurkhas. Those are really great options as well. They tend to be a higher waisted and definitely more of like a mensweary kind of look. But to me, those are really great options that I think are a little bit more fun than just getting classic chinos. I have never resonated with classic chinos. They remind me of Sunday school. They remind me of all those things. OG 107s, Baker's pants, a nice pair of belted trousers, or even just a really nice Gurkha, I think are the best way to go. Again, there are so many different alternatives to this, so I'm not going to get so far into that, but just something to think about when it comes to those pieces. I think those are just a little bit more fun and a little bit easier to wear, and I think you can wear them with more things in a personal level as well. Classic crewneck sweater. Really, there's no way to beat this. It's fashionable, it's trendy, it's timeless. I agree with this one. It's hard to beat. But if you are looking for something that is a little bit of a different thing, I love myself a collared button-up. I have one from Uniqlo that I absolutely love. It's got pockets on the front. I believe it's called like a sweater shirt or something like that. But this is a really great alternative too, because you can wear it with a nice collar underneath if you want to. You can wear it by yourself. Cardigan is so nice as well. You can get them in a million different colors. And I'm not going to get too far into these because it's hard to really beat a nice crewneck sweater. But that's all I have for now. Let me know if you want more of these, and I'll do my best to kind of find cool alternatives to timeless classics. I appreciate y'all coming. We'll chat soon. Goodbye.